All right, so today in your video notes, our topic is ecologist methods, and our essential question is, can you describe the methods used in ecological studies?
So ecologists study relationships between plants, animals, and their environments. They use observations to measure natural phenomena and design and carry out their experiments.
This is kind of review here, but there's three methods that they use in their work, just like most scientists. Of course, all scientists work with observations, so things like data collection, recording, relationships that they see, specifically between, of course, abiotic and biotic. Remember what those things are, living and non-living. They do experiments, so they test different hypotheses. They set up closed system artificial environments in the laboratory setting or maybe larger. And they also do some modeling where they use mathematical formulas to try to understand certain phenomena.
All right, so we're going to be ecologists in this big project that we're working on. And so we are going to kind of collect some observations and some data collection in the actual ecosystems around our school. And so we're then going to talk about the different variety of tools that we're going to be using as we go and collect data.
So the first tool is we're using this LabQuest vernier. It's like a little mini handheld computer, and you can plug different measurement tools in there. The first one will be the thermometer, and you'll be using that to collect air and soil. It is important to know that you are taking some notes on this because you will have to be able to know how to use these instruments when we go out into our ecosystem the next day.
We will also be looking at soil moisture using a soil moisture probe. We only have 4 of these, so you'll have to be sharing these tomorrow. Please be aware of that. Make sure that you're trading those off with other groups.
And these probes are also very sensitive, and you have to put them down into the soil, and so you kind of need to scoop a little bit of the soil to get it kind of loose and then put it down because we don't want to break these. They're very expensive.
And then there is the sunlight sensor that detects how much sunlight is in your ecosystem at that moment, at that place and time. Use that to determine the amount of sun in your ecosystem.
Yep, and we want to make sure that when you are positioning this, you put it at ground level, and you always put the probe facing up towards the sunlight rays.
The next thing we're going to be doing is a little more old school, but we're going to take some soil core samples, and you'll see these tools in your kits. And basically what you need to do is push down with an even pressure while twisting up and back in a clockwise, counterclockwise motion until you get maybe 6 or 8 inches of core sample. We'll then take a look at that. And if you look a little closer here, we're going to be looking for the organic versus really sort of an inorganic layer, or the biotic versus abiotic layer. And that will be delineated, or there will be a line between the two where you see darker soil is where you tend to have the more organic, where you see a lighter soil tends to be the more mineral-based inorganic material. Okay, and we want you to get a measurement of that, as you can see the ruler there.
Okay, so in a nutshell, we kind of want you to write down the different kind of equipment observations you'll collect. So we're collecting quantitative information. So we're going to, again, collect the air temperature and the soil temperature using 2 devices, the handheld thermometer and also the LabQuest vernier thermometer. The handheld thermometer is in Fahrenheit, so we will be converting into Celsius, but the LabQuest vernier will be automatic in Celsius. We will also collect the temperature of the air and the soil using the vernier probe. We will collect soil layers, like Mr. J said, looking at the composition, moisture with the vernier, and we will be looking at sunlight at ground level with the vernier probe and soil moisture.
All right, so the questions to answer in your Google form after you've taken notes on this video is, what is the unit used in the measurement of soil moisture? And what are the 3 methods used by ecologists in their work? So make sure you fill out the Google form, interact with your notes, and see you tomorrow.